Welcome to Card Market Catalyst, your go-to source for everything related to football card investing. Whether you're tracking the latest market trends or looking for the next big prospect, we've got you covered. If you enjoy the insights, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the show, and follow us for all our future episodes.
Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving deep into Group E of the 2026 World Cup. Now, on the surface, this group might look pretty straightforward, right? You've got one massive traditional powerhouse and a handful of challengers. But when you really peel back the layers, you find this fascinating mix of tactical clashes, historic debuts, and honestly, some of the most exciting young talent on the planet. And that's exactly what we're going to break down today. We'll look at the tournament dynamics on the pitch and then figure out how those translate into ultimate trading card investments off the pitch. Let's get started. Here is our agenda for today. We'll kick things off with a Group E overview, look at Germany under pressure, the battle for second, and Curaçao's fairy tale. After that, we'll shift gears to the trading card market, and finally, I'll give you my top 5 investments. Okay, Section 1, Group E overview and the betting probabilities. Let's jump right in. To really grasp what we're looking at with this group, we have to start with the cold, hard numbers. This data from international bookmakers brilliantly illustrates the current market consensus. Look at Germany, sitting pretty at a massive 73% to win the group outright. But look right beneath them. Ecuador at 23% and the Ivory Coast at 15% are locked in a surprisingly tight battle to advance. And then way down at the bottom, you have Curaçao sitting at under 2% as the clear outlier. It really sets the stage perfectly for the drama we're about to see. Moving to Section 2, Germany under pressure, the search for redemption. 4. That is a massive number. It's the number of World Cup titles Germany already holds, from 1954, 1974, 1990, and 2014. It's a true testament to their historical dominance. They are practically royalty in the sport. But here's the catch. Those past glories, they are completely overshadowed right now by their shocking early exits in their last 2 World Cup appearances. I mean, failing to make it out of the group stage in both 2018 and 2022, that has put absolutely immense pressure on head coach Julian Nagelsmann. They aren't just looking to advance this time around, they are desperate for absolute redemption. Now, despite all that intense pressure, the bookmakers are backing them heavily, and it's pretty easy to see why. Just look at this roster. It perfectly blends experienced world-class leaders like Joshua Kimmich and Antonio Rudiger with absolute generational young talent like Florian Wirtz and Jamal Musiala. The sheer individual quality is staggering, but they still have to prove they can shake off the ghosts of tournaments past. Section 3. The battle for second. Ecuador versus the Ivory Coast. This matchup right here might just be the most intense clash of the entire group. It's a total tactical contrast. On the left, we've got Ecuador. They finished second in the grueling South American qualifiers, right behind Argentina, mind you, and they lean on a highly structured, incredibly disciplined defensive system. Then, on the right, you have the Ivory Coast. These are the reigning 2024 Africa Cup winners, and they bring explosive athleticism, sheer speed, and this really dangerous momentum-driven gameplay. Let's look a little closer at Ecuador. They are fielding what is arguably the most talented generation in their nation's entire history. The squad is anchored by Premier League star Moises Caicedo in the midfield, plus defensive stalwarts like William Pacho and Piero Hincapié. Oh, and then there's Kendry Páez, a teenage sensation who is already turning heads all over the globe. Meanwhile, the Ivory Coast is playing the role of the ultimate dark horse. They boast these incredible individual players who can just completely take over and win matches single-handedly. You've got established names like Franck Cassier, alongside insanely dynamic offensive youngsters like Amad Diallo and Simon Adingra. They possess the raw pace and skill to cause major problems for both Ecuador and Germany. Next up, Section 4, Curaçao's fairy tale, the historic debut. In stark contrast to Germany's massive pressure and that high-stakes battle for second place, we have this incredible, totally pressure-free story. This is Curaçao's first ever World Cup appearance. Benefiting from a rule change that allows players with Dutch training and roots in Curaçao to represent the nation, legendary coach Dick Advocaat has guided an island of about 150,000 people, literally the smallest country in the tournament, to a historic debut. They are the clear underdogs, sure, but they're going to be playing with absolute freedom, and that's going to make them a joy to watch. Section 5, let's pivot to the trading card market and look at some market catalyst insights. So, what's truly fascinating about this group is how these on pitch narratives, the redemption arcs, the tactical battles, those breakout stars, translate directly into massive financial opportunities. A deep tournament run means maximum global screen time, which drives immense collector hype. But we don't just blindly pick the best players on the field. We use a very specific formula. We balance raw talent with actual market interest, factor in their team's potential for a deep run, check the liquidity of their cards, and finally, assess their real chance for price growth.
Applying that formula, let's break it down into tiers. Our Tier 1 consists of the absolute headliners, Jamal, Musiala, and Florian Wirtz. These two are already commanding massive prices and have incredible market liquidity. Musiala is viewed by plenty of collectors as a legitimate future Ballon d'Or candidate. If Germany makes a deep run, say to the semifinals or the finals, these two could literally become the biggest market winners of the entire tournament.
Then we have Tier 2. This features the high-ceiling players who are primed for a global breakout. From an investment standpoint, Ecuador's teenage phenomenon Kendry Páez is arguably the most exciting player in the group outside of the Germans. Add in his teammate Moises Caicedo and the Ivory Coast's dynamic duo of Amad Diallo and Simon Adingra, and you've got a tier of players whose card values could absolutely skyrocket if their teams pull off an upset.
Finally, we have Tier 3 and the dark horses. This includes elite defenders like Willian Pacho, whose cards just haven't quite caught up to his world-class performances yet. It also includes really interesting speculative buys, like Curaçao's most recognizable player, Daith Chong, or even Germany's Karim Adeyemi. Adeyemi offers a much lower entry price than Musiala or Wirtz, so if he manages to carve out a larger role during the tournament, the upside is definitely there.
Bringing us to our final section, Section 6, the top 5 investments, the market climax. Consolidating all of the data, the probabilities, the team dynamics, and our investment formula, here are the definitive top 5 card investments for Group E. Jamal Musiala takes the undisputed top spot with a 5-star rating. His ceiling is simply unparalleled here. He's closely followed by his teammate Florian Wirtz, but look closely at ranks 3, 4, and 5. These are incredibly lucrative value plays. Kendry Páez gets a 5-star rating for his sheer upside, while Moises Caicedo and Amad Diallo represent fantastic 4-star buy recommendations for any collectors looking to capitalize on that fierce battle for second place. This group truly has it all, doesn't it? From heavyweights fighting for their legacy, to debutantes playing purely for pride, to a trading card market that is just brimming with potential. Considering this brilliant blend of established global superstars and hidden gems ready to break out on the world stage, I'll leave you with this question to think about. Whose cards are you collecting right now before that first whistle even blows? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, happy collecting.
Thanks for listening to Card Market Catalyst. If you enjoyed today's deep dive into football card investing, make sure to like and subscribe.